What up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent and didn't do any shows over the weekend, but did make bets. I know in the NFL I split yesterday, so got juice there. But NFL has still been pretty good. I want to say 41 and 28. I think that's the run I have going in NFL. College basketball, I stayed perfect. Um, who did I have? I think I might have had Kansas first half. So 7-0 so far in college basketball. NBA over the weekend. I don't think I played on Saturday, but on Sunday I did go 2-1. So I either split on Saturday or didn't play. But finally a winning day in the NBA on Sunday. We'll try to keep that going here today. And college football, I think I had a loss on UCLA. So that brings my college football to 39 and 28. So that's all the catching up we're going to do. Let's see who's all here in the chat. What's up, Mike R? David, ready to talk about some NBA. Mark A in the building. Says what's good, Skee and community. Let's find some cash today. Absolutely. Absolutely. David Stewart is ready to get to business. He's dropping plays all over the chat. Let's see. Tasha. Hello, Miss Tasha. Jose Perez here. What up, KC? Brian H in the building. Ben Diaz. Good to see everybody in the chat. Prolific says, from now on, Skee, just say Raptors number one. I don't know about all that. Mike R says, if you did shows on the weekend, it would be the most watched show. Yeah, you guys know. Or if you don't know, I also like to enjoy myself, man. So I'm just not at home on the weekend. That's all it really is. What up, Munov? B Daddy in the building. Good to see everybody here. Everybody's ready to make some money. So um, let's get to it. First game up, we'll go in rotation order. I mean, I'll say football last because I don't really feel very strong about football anyway, but we might talk a little bit about it. NBA, we're gonna cap it out together here today. We'll start with the Pistons and the Bulls. Opened up Pistons -3. Now we see 4.5, and the total, I see it lighting up right now. I think it's going to 234.5. Anywhere, I mean, I guess consensus is still 234 for an injury report. Let me hit refresh. For Detroit, I see Tim Hardaway Jr. is probable. Ivy is probable. So is Thompson and Clinton. So Detroit will have a full lineup out there tonight. For the Bulls, they'll still be without Lonzo Ball. Let me actually get this on the screen. We're gonna roll with this probably for the whole show. Bear with me. Let me get the screen share going. So we'll rock with the money baller here. So for the Bulls, you can see here it's the second of a back-to-back for them. Fourth game in 6 nights, third and 4 nights. But I don't think anybody played. Oh, no. I'm not going to say that about them. Pistons, same can be said for them. Second of a back-to-back. They've been playing almost every other night. As you can see here, fifth game in 7 nights. So it could be two tired teams. One thing I know for sure is the Bulls play fast. These are last 5 game stats, by the way. But in general, Bulls play fast and they don't play any defense. And that's why we continue to see these games. Like gave up 143 to Houston, 144 to Cleveland. This game, 123 to New York. They did win that game, but they're not winning by getting stops by playing defense. Is kind of what I'm saying. They just want to play with pace and try to outscore their opponents. Detroit has been better defensively. If I'm playing this one, I would agree with the total. I mean, Bulls games, I don't want to be looking towards too many unders. There's just so many, as Rob would say, potential points to be scored with the pace that they play, and the lack of defense that they also play. So for me, I would be looking at an over. Pistons unders have been hitting Bulls overs, so a little bit of opposite styles here, I guess. But I don't want to look towards Bulls unders. Also, if I'm looking at this game, Giddy is a guy that I could think about getting back behind. Pause, big pause on that. Whoa, but you get what I'm saying. We used to play Giddy. When Lonzo was out, he was cashing his number today. The last I saw was 21 and a half. Um, he's averaging for PRA. He's averaging just a little bit under 25 PRA. So asking him to get below his average, and he didn't play. He didn't play that much last night. I think he played 20, less than 25 minutes. So I think he's going to be fresh and fine out there. And the games like this where there's so many points to be scored, I mean, Giddy, I'm going to write him on my short list right here. Giddy, PRA, 21 and a half. All right, let's see what you guys are thinking about it. Get up for that. See what you guys are thinking about here. Dia in the building as well. Let me see. Eyeball says over 234. KC likes K rebounds, assist or assist. What's good, Itachi? David Stewart says, "Can we trust the Pistons to cover a number?" I'm not laying with the Pistons. That's just not something that I'm into personally. Shovel Bum says Pistons first half has been money. Not sure about tonight. I'm looking at it really quick. Pistons first half is 9-6 ATS. Bulls 6-8. Yeah, I'm not into the laying with the Pistons. It's just not my thing. B Daddy likes Jaden Ivey over 4.5 assists. Mark likes those Pistons. He's not scared to lay with them. What up, Flash? Munoz says Pistons team total over. So a lot of people looking towards the Pistons way. I would just go with the full game over, but I can't talk you off the way that Bulls defense has looked. I mean, I just read out, what they were giving up. It was in the 140s. So Pistons can absolutely score, 119 plus in this game. I can see that, Munoz. Dia also looking at that K rebounds and assists. Casey says it's during his birthday today. Yeah, I caught myself, man. I caught myself. Oh my god. I knew I was cutting up as soon as I said it, man. All right, so people agree with Giddy a little bit there. Yeah, I have that on my short list. We'll keep it going down the list. Next game up, we'll go Wizards and Knicks. And this one opened up Knicks minus 13.5. I see 14.5 is the consensus, and total continues to climb from 231.5 to 233.5. As far as injuries, allows game time decision. As my guy Wham says, cool breeze. That's how he says it. Cool breeze. Sadiq Bey is out. New York Knicks, Achua, McBride, and Robinson all out. So not liking the McBride out for kind of what I was looking at here. Let me get back on the screen. Well, there's a couple things. First of all, let's maybe look at this. Pull up some systems here. There was one that stood out to me, and pretty much all it's saying is, or I won't pull it up on the screen, but I'll read it. Or yeah, I guess I can pull it up. Um, let's do like this here. You guys let me know if you prefer to see these on the screen or if you don't care. Am I wasting my time? Should I just read them out? Let me know. But this is active on this game. It says going back to 2016 when unrested teams play and the total is higher than both of their previous games. 51, 24, and 4 to the over, 68% says to play the Knicks and the Wizards over. And if I look at it, what they've been doing lately, let me get over here and let's screen share this. So yeah, you can see there both teams played yesterday. They've been playing a lot lately. But let's go down here, right? Pace wise, last 5 games, Wizards want to play up tempo. Neither team really playing defense. That Wizards offense has been struggling. But if the Knicks, not playing a whole lot of defense, I could see this one. And also the Wizards didn't shoot well last night. I know. Wait. The Knicks shot 32% from three. The Wizards, let me just remind myself. I know they only scored 104 points, but I mean, that wasn't the game I was really locked into yesterday. So They actually shot 44% from three. But one thing I'll say about the Wizards is because it was a blowout, nobody played over 28 minutes. So all of these guys are going to be fresh. Um, I think a combination of them being fresh, the pace that they will want to play at. I think the Knicks can play either way, up or down, and they'll probably be fine running with the Wizards here. Knicks know they can score on them. You see that offensive rating versus defense. I think this one is a higher scoring game. I agree with the total. I agree with the query. I agree with the total being moved up. I'm gonna write here on my short list: Washington and New York over. Best number I can find out there right now: 233 and a half. I think is the best right now. So that's how I'm feeling about this one. Let me just scroll down here a little bit more. Wizards. I mean, nothing too crazy with the over and unders here. Wizards opponents team totals 9-3 to the over. That pace and no defense. I mean, I can understand. Wizards as double digit dogs. Also 0-5 so far this season. They've been big dogs for a reason. They stinking it up. So let me just double check here. Wizards in the first half. I thought about that. Wizards, everything. They just suck. I mean, 2-10 ATS in the first half. Maybe you want to get there with the Knicks. Um, I don't know. The Knicks. Here's what I'll say. I can't get there with the Knicks because I don't trust laying double digits with teams that don't. I can't trust to get stops. So if I feel like that, I guess that puts me on Knicks team total over or the over. And yeah, that's what I got on that one. So let's see what the chat is thinking. See if you guys agree, disagree, can point me in another direction. Let's see what we're looking at here. Brian H says, yeah, maybe take the over. Okay, people like seeing it on the screen. Okay. Flash, everybody's different. Wasting your time. Rick White says, I don't care personally. Some people say it's good. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it sometimes when I feel like it's worth it. But Tachi says that system used to be an autoplay for me, but hasn't hit in the last 5. Could be on the downward, but it makes sense to me in this game at least. Definitely makes sense. B Daddy says we'll lean first half over. Maybe because they're on the back to back, he wants to get in and get out there. A Flash says he can't see it anyway. Dropping dimes likes that Knicks first half team total. Chosen One says Knicks have the Suns on deck. Maybe they overlooked them, is what he's saying there. Could be. I see the opener at 231 and a half, but if you saw 229 and a half, I'll take your word for it, Star Child. David says, it's funny if we can't lay the points with the favorite, then it should be easy bet on the Wizards. I mean, just because I don't prefer to lay with teams that can't play defense doesn't mean they never ever cover. They might cover sometimes. And yeah, it means that I might prefer the Wizards just, because of that. But I I don't know. I don't think it means it's an easy bet on the Wizards. That's the part of this comment I don't agree. I would like some reasons to take the Wizards also, for it to be an easy bet. And I don't have a whole lot of reasons to try to back Washington. Reasons to maybe fade the Knicks. No reasons to back Washington. All right. I think we're good on this game. All right, let's keep going down the list. Next up, we have Heat and Sixers. Opened up Heat -3. They're a 5-point favorite right now. And I have this total dropping about 7 points to 212 and a half. As far as injuries are concerned, Maxey continues to be out. Embiid is doubtful. For Miami, no Jaime Jaquez Jr., no Scary Terry either. So let me get back over here because we are gonna rock with this throughout the show. This is one that I don't feel too strong about, but I'm gonna try to cap it out with you guys. Screen share. Boom. So, Sixers well rested here. As you can see, 2+ days rest. The last time they played was the 15th. And for the Heat, they are on a back to back, third game in 4 nights, and maybe a little bit of a flat spot. Um, First game home after road trip of at least 3 games. I know I like to have it at least like a longer road trip usually, but let's see. They were away. I mean, one, two, three, four, five, six. So 6 games on the road. First game back home on no rest. I kind of want to look that up. Let me see here. I am gonna look that up. So I know I have it right here. Flat spot. And then we're gonna but what about the flat spot when they're unrested? Rest equals 0. Nothing too significant. Um 32 and 42 ATS, 43.2% as far as the database goes. Just curious, doesn't matter if they're a home favorite. 16 and 24, 40%. So 60% fade all time, goes back to 1997. But I don't know. I don't feel very strong about that trend, I guess I'll say. I do think the spot, I mean, clearly the spot favors the 76ers. So let me get back over there. My bad. I stopped the screen share on accident. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hopefully I'm not messing things up. So Sixers last 5 games actually started to play better defensively because earlier in the season they were bottom 10. Now they're top 10 defensive rated team. The Heat haven't been so good on that end. Neither team's playing with pace. Sixers have been struggling to score. They'll probably struggle to score again without Embiid and without Maxey out there. And so it makes sense for this total to drop 7 points like it did in my mind. You see, even here, all right, this is last 5 games. I kind of like to look at that for the season, but hasn't been a lot of second chance points going around. They're not allowing a lot of second chance points either. I think it makes sense that this total drop. Other than that, just looking at the rosters, etc., it's very hard to go and trust this Sixers team without two of their stars out there. But the spot, yes, is absolutely a Sixers spot. You can see it there. He been playing all these games on the road. They just played last night. Got to travel home, come play again now versus Sixers team who is off 2 days rest and hungry. They should be hungry. 2-10. They should be hungry for a win. So for those reasons, I don't agree with the line move. If I'm playing this game, it would only be the Sixers. I'll write it on my list here. Not sure if I'm gonna get there, but Sixers +5. Only way. Only way that I could think about getting to the window with this game. The under is already gone. So that's the reason I prefer. Maybe you could do Heat team total under. Curious what that is. Let's see. Heat team total 108.5. Did drop down from 111. Yeah. I mean, I think it could win, but I'd probably prefer the Sixers still. Let's see how you guys view this game. Might have to pick up the pace here. Might have to pick up the pace. Let's see. Let's see. Am I going back too far? Flash has under all day long. KC likes sassy over 20.5 points and points assists over 24.5. Hey, he's been good since Maxie's been out. I gotta give him credit for that. Definitely understand why you're looking at this prop. David Stewart's not buying the 76ers, says they gotta show him. JT says, who's guarding Hero? Line set below 25 again. And he's taking over 22.5 points. Yeah, he's been playing very well. I can see him having another big night. I wouldn't be mad at that play. Brian Davis likes the first half under. Johnny Montega sharing some plays. Appreciate that. I kind of agree with this from Rick White. 76 is the only way I could look, but I don't trust him here. Let's see. Let's see. JT says Embiid is soft. David Stewart says you're crazy. Ski 76ers are so bad. No Maxi and Embiid. I didn't say I'm running to the window to go bet them, David. I said if I'm betting this game, I would prefer the Sixers. But if you feel that strong, then I assume you've already ran to the window and bet the Heat. Eh, I didn't say I bet it. I didn't say I won't bet it. I said which way I would be looking at the game. Dia says Jimmy is available, reminding us about that. And then says, yeah, Rozier and Jaime out. Um, I think yeah, like I said, I personally would be betting the spot. I just think it's a horrific spot for the Heat. That's all. And he says, teasing you. Yes, I did bet the Heat. I can tell, man. Just cap the cappers out there. I know when somebody feeling strong. Next game up, we have 561, 562. Pacers and Raptors opened up Pacers -3. They're now 3.5 point favorite. And the total came down from 237.5 to 234, even 233.5 popping up out there. Are there injuries? Yes, there are. Ben Shepard, Aaron Neesmith, Andrew Nemhart, all out. Miles Turner, game time decision. For the Raptors, a lot of injuries there as well. Scotty Barnes, Bruce Brown, Bruno Fernando, Kelly Olynyk, Emmanuel Quickly, Jacoby Walter, all out for this Toronto Raptors team. If I'm looking at this game as a one-off, like I would want to. I think I have a system I want to look up for this too. But if I'm looking at, let me look at this first. Actually, if I'm looking at this game as a one-off, like, or if I'm thinking about it, Raptors for the most part of the season have played up tempo. We know the Pacers are a team that wants to play with pace. Like that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I look at it and think about it closer. Um, Rick Carlisle did just get on his team about their effort, and they did go out and get a win. They did go over by half a point, but they played a lot harder and better. And just looking at the stats lately, let me get there first. So last five here, I mean, Pacers were a bottom 10 defensive team. So were the Raptors not that long ago. And you see how that's changed. And it's been the offense that's been struggling for both of these teams. Pacers, they're not playing with so much pace lately. Why? I think it's mostly who they've been playing. Miami twice. They don't want to run. Orlando doesn't want to run. Um, I think that has a lot to do with it. But the way Rick Carlisle was talking and how pissed he was with his starters, I think that forces them to try to play a little bit more defense. You see, the pace here for the Raptors has completely fell off. They were playing up tempo to start the year. The last five games, they are 27th. So if both offenses are lacking, neither team playing with pace, both defenses have been showing up. 1+1 = 2. This should equal an under. Um, like I said, neither of these teams have been under teams so far, but in this one-off situation, I do think it makes sense. This is surprising. First half team total unders for their opponents are 10-4 to the under the Raptors. But let's go back up here. Right, more reasons maybe why this one could, see less scoring. May how much do the Raptors have in the tank coming off of an overtime game, playing their third game in 4 nights? What about the Pacers playing their second game of a back to back, their third and fourth and 6 nights? It's it is all these systems here, baller systems, it's telling you to look towards an over. The market is crashing it down. I'll maybe look at another system here and see if I can get this up there. Bear with me for a second. Do Toronto. So it should be this one here. Yeah. And let's screen share. So you guys can see this here is the entire database. You're looking at home dogs who played a single overtime game and are on 1 day's rest. Pretty specific, I guess. Their previous game they had no rest. So I guess it's saying they are rested for this game, but it's their third game in 4 nights. And their last game, they played overtime. So home dogs in that situation, it's agreeing with the market there. 51-27 to the under. So um I'm one who tries to, find ways to bet Pacers games over, but I don't think this is one. Uh, in a one-off situation, it makes sense for this game to go under. So I'll mark it down on my list. Like I said, it doesn't mean I'm going to get to the window, but it just means what I prefer for this one-off game if I'm playing. It'll be the under. I'm playing aside. I feel like the Pacers, and I can actually go look at it. So let's take that off there. Go look here. Pacers on the road. Pacers are 2-5 on the road, but 4-2 at home. That makes me nervous because I would wanna try to take the Pacers here. They have been a better defensive team lately, slightly better offensive team. They have not been the better rebounding team. So I'll leave it with the lean on the under. And let's see what you guys think about the game. Gotta scroll. I must have been talking for forever. Casey says all Pacers defenders are out. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, but I hear you. JT likes the Raptors to win outright. This game makes me nervous from a side perspective. What up, though? My guy DJ Big Boss in the building. Good to see you, brother. Hope everything is well. KC seeing this game different. She thinks the Raptors are going to run. I don't. If you look at how they played to start the year, yeah, this is easy over for both of these teams. If you look at how these teams been playing lately, not so much. I disagree. I I disagree today. David Stewart thinks over as well. Dia thinks they're going to score as well. Everybody thinks they're going to score, huh? But that line is steady dropping. All right. Yeah, line is going down. Let's see. Let's see. My guy Jay Money in the building. What's good, bro? Make sure y'all check him out. He does nice work on his channel as well. Good to see you in here. He says, where that cash at? Hey man, I think I mean I'm capping them as we go. But right now, if I had to pick one, I like that Giddy PRA and I like that Knicks and Washington over so far that we've talked about. I'm capping as we go today. A lot going on. But shout out to my guy right there. Um let's see. Says Pacers were terrible last season on back to backs. He played Raptors first half. Star Child, Mr. Contrarian likes this under as well. So that's what I got on my short list. We'll keep going. We got what? One, two, three, four. Four more games to get through. And damn, if we keep up this pace, we'll be on here for another 28 minutes. So we'll see if we can get through those a little bit quicker. Houston and Milwaukee opened up Bucks -3.5. Hasn't really moved. Total though opened 218 and it's up to 224. As far as an injury report, Lillard looks like he's going to be back out there. He's probable. Same can be said for Giannis. They'll be without Ryan Rollins and Chris Middleton. For the Rockets, you have Steven Adams, game time decision. This Rockets team. All right, so there's a few things that I want to look at in this game. We'll start off. There's actually here. Let's do like this. My bad. Let me get this on the screen. I want to look at the side and the total in this game. I'm going to start this one with the systems though. Systems, and then we'll look at some numbers and we'll just talk about what we're seeing. So first off, we'll see if this makes sense. This is one that I always look at. So pretty much, I won't put this one on the screen. Pretty much what it says is you're looking at it's a non-conference game. They're either on a back-to-back or they're on the front end of a back-to-back. They've had back-to-back, games with 30 plus assists. Both of those games went over. 64.7% to the over as far as the database goes, 55 and 30. And it makes sense to me because it's just a sign that team's playing well. And that's what we've seen from the Rockets. So pull this up here, screen share this. So it is. They did play yesterday. They played the Bulls. They put a what 140 something on them. Third game of 4 nights, fourth and six. Yesterday's game wasn't too taxing. The Bucks do have the rest advantage, and they're coming off of a loss as a favorite, so it could be a bounce back spot for them. You see a lot of the baller systems lining up on that side, but we'll talk about the side in a second. Let's continue on the total. Um, I like, I mean, the offensive rating right here is last 5 games. But if we look at their last two, like this system says, 125 versus the Clippers, who are a solid defensive team, and 143 versus the Bulls. If you got, back to back games with that offense clicking like that, sharing the ball, playing the right way, that's telling me that this is going to change. This is going to change. It's changing right now. And they're playing up tempo as well. Let me see if they were getting maybe paced up. No, not even playing super fast teams, only the Bulls. So if they play up tempo, their offense is looking good right now. You do have to worry about their defense. I know this just looking at it. Rockets have been holding everybody except I think it was the Warriors and the Thunder under their team total so far this season. For the Bucks, I mean, they have been playing solid defense. They haven't been playing with pace. Getting Lillard back out there will help the offense, will hurt the defense, and I do think they'll, you know, be fine getting in an up tempo game with these Rockets. So for me, I do want to look at actually. Can I change this to full season? Hopefully, I want to look at that total. I agree with the move going over. But I think I gotta try to refresh it like this. Yeah, I want to look at that game going over. It did already move. Uh, what 6 points? But and no, it doesn't want to work for me here for whatever reason. I'm gonna have to talk to my guy, man. I mean, I know it works 'cause I saw it earlier, but it doesn't want to work right now. So I like it over. I guess it's just a lean right now. Everything is on my short list is a lean, but I'm gonna be locking in some of these. So first of all, I'm gonna write down Houston, Milwaukee over, and then real quick on the side, what I was looking at here. Um, Let me pull up this query. Let me actually, boom. Can I get that? Boom. There we go. So screen share. You guys should be able to see this. So pretty much what this is saying is you have a team who's won 5 games in a row, and then suddenly they're an underdog. They even have a better record than their opponent, but they're an underdog. The past 10 seasons, they are 49 and 70 ATS, 41.2%. That says to fade the Rockets tonight. It says the Bucks are favorites for a reason. Now, I can understand this simply because let's pull this back up. So we can just pull this back up. I can understand it because the Bucks, I mean, look at them. They're 4-9. They're expected to be much better than this. You do have, the Rockets just played a game yesterday. That's taking into account the rest advantage. Home favorites with a rest advantage win about 72% of the time in general. Just going back as far as the database allows in NBA. So it's an absolute Buck spot. That's why you see all these systems lining up on them. Back poor team against good and non-divisional game. Fade team on back-to-back off win with minimal rest in recent games. Fade team because of fatigue factor plus letdown spot. Fade good team off a win, playing down to bad opponents. A lot of systems saying, throw those Rockets away. And we looked at another one that I just pulled up right now. So it's a one-way ticket for me sidewise. I would only be looking at the Bucks -3 and -3 is the best number you can get. I see it over there at Superbook. That's how I feel about this game. It's either the over or the Bucks. So let's see how you guys feel about it. If you guys agree, or if there's something else that y'all looking at. First thing I see in there, my guy rolling with the spot. He says the spot is a spot. He rolling with the Bucks tonight. And I might be right there with you on that, my guy Jay. Says Dame back. He likes the over, so he agrees with that too. Let me get back up here. Um, Star Child likes the Bucks first half. Also kind of likes them full game. That's Mr. Contrarian liking the Bucks there. David Stewart says he doesn't trust them, and I can understand what they've shown us so far is they probably shouldn't be trusted. Will that remain for the entire year? I don't think so. Do I think they're going to be great? They're going to be, no, by any means. They're not going to make any big noise in the playoffs, etc. But do I think they'll look this bad? Absolutely not. Uh, let's see. What else do we like here? I must have went too far. Rick White says he likes the Bucks or the Bucks team total. Star Child says you right, Ski. Bucks last game went way over versus the Hornets, 114 to 115 with a total of 220. So yes, it did go over pretty easily. Mino says Bucks are on a 7-0 run to the under coming off of a loss. Interesting. So they show up on the defensive end after losing. That's interesting right there for sure. Appreciate you sharing that, Munoz. The live stone says Dame coming back. Giannis owning the paint. I can see it. Mike R says it makes sense. All the money going to be on the Rockets. I think the Bucks might be the play. Star Child says Rockets on a back to back. He sees less defense. Says, at what point does the eye test outweigh system/trends? I mean, I use both of them together. So I don't know specifically what you're talking about. You saying the eye test saying that, they should play faster and better, or the Rocket. You'd have to be a little bit more specific. But I use both. And in the playoffs, I definitely use the eye test more though. I'll say that. But I never really bet simply because of a trend. I'll use a trend to back up how I feel about a game, but I'm not going to bet specifically off of a trend unless it's one that I've consistently won with over the years. Then I'll use it to point the games out for me. KC likes Giannis props. B Daddy's going with Houston. So as market looks like. Jose Perez likes Giannis rebounds. And Munaf looks like he likes that too. Says Giannis has 17 plus rebounds versus the Rockets in 4 of the last 5 games. What's his rebound prop number for tonight? I mean, I can mark Giannis rebounds on my list. I'll keep that on there. Let me know what his number is. I can see that happening for sure. All right. 12 and a half at plus money. Interesting. So I'll take another glance at that when I get off. What up, Link? Uh that's my guy right there. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Next one up, we got Magic and Suns. Damn, we was talking about that game too long. I'm long-winded today, man. Magic and Phoenix opened up Phoenix -2, flip of favorites. We see Orlando -4, and the total opened 206.5. Right now, it looks like 209.5. Injuries, no Paolo, no Wendell Carter Jr. For the Suns, no KD, no Gillespie, and Bradley Beal very likely to play, so he should be out there today. Let me pull back up my stuff here for this game. All right. So we have Magic at Suns. Suns been playing a lot of basketball lately. First game home off a long road trip, so a flat spot for them too. Their road trip was 4 games here. Um, third game in 4 nights. They did play last night as well. So first game home off a road trip and unrested. 5th and 7 nights. Yeah, they've been playing a lot of basketball, and they're without KD tonight. They play against a Magic team who hasn't played since the 15th, so big rest advantage here. And they have been playing some good basketball, good defense more specifically. All of these games have been at home. All of them. Let's look at the Magic this year. I know last year their home road dichotomy was you know big splits, big differences. This year, straight up the Magic at home, 7-0. On the road, they've won 1 out of 6 games. So it looks like that's continuing here. Um, that makes me think like even as good as they've been playing lately, uh, just can't trust them when they hit that road. Um, Let me look at these stats here. They've been the number one defense. I think they held teams under 90 points per game in those 5 games. But again, they're going on the road now and they don't play as well there. I think that, I mean, that makes me want to take the Suns. Yes, they're missing KD, but I think with Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, Dutch said something to me the other day on the show. He was like, it was not enough ball to go around kind of deal. And then KD was out and they still bought out and won. Maybe that's we see them continue to ball as long as they got 2 of the 3, and them being at home. I mean, let's look at the Suns. I feel like the Suns have been kind of that same team too. Straight up, Suns. Am I mistaken? Suns at home, 5-1. On the road, 4-4. So yeah, I mean, Magic suck on the road. Suns are good at home. Suns catching points here. I think the Suns are the right side. Suns or what I will mark on my list +4. That's the side that I'll be putting my money on tonight if I'm getting involved in this game. And I don't feel very strong about the total. Neither team playing with pace. I just, yeah, it's not one I feel strong about. So I'll leave it there. If I'm playing, I'm grabbing the 4 points with the Suns. Let's see what you guys think. A lot of people don't like this game. JT says bad spot for Magic, especially on the road. It's still Magic or nothing though if D Book is out. I don't like that how much Phoenix has been playing. That's the only thing for me. I don't see D Book on the injury report, but all those games that they've been playing, what did I say? Second of a back to back, fifth and seven. Like, I don't like that. But outside of that, everything tells me to take the Suns. If it didn't have that rest situation, they probably wouldn't be an underdog. David Stewart says he'll take the points with the Suns. Mark Ace has a small play on the Magic. Brian H doesn't want those Magic on the road. Woo Rizza says I ain't into laying points with Magic, but he likes Magic money line and under to 11.5. Link Magic says Magic somehow or pass. Rick White says Suns in the same spot as Heat. Only way to look is Magic. Can't get to the window with the Magic though. Yeah, I don't love the spot for the Suns at all. I don't. Can't lie. Let me just go glance their last game again, really quick. Remind myself. Yeah, they played Minnesota. Um, yeah, they played Minnesota last night. Okay. And they've lost one, two, three. They've lost 3 in a row. I think it's a team that's hungry to get back on track. I really do. Don't like the spot, but that I do like. And I think it's a fade of the Magic even more. Um, let's see. Mike R likes the Suns to win outright. Star Child says, "Don't touch this game, just roll up." Marco says, "Bill is out. Did he just get rolled out?" Let's see. Yep, I should have hit refresh. I see it now. Hit refresh. Bill is out. Appreciate that. So no reason to go run. Bet this one. I guess I'll think about it a little bit more. Tough game. Tough game. Yeah, he's out. That's my bad. I didn't hit refresh again. All right. Next game up, we're gonna go Hawks and Kings, and this will probably be quick. Opened up Kings -5. They're a 4.5 point favorite. Total opened up 233, and it's all the way up to 237. I mean, this is every single night, every single Hawks game. Um, Usual suspects on the injury report for the Hawks. For the Kings, no Malik Monk, no DeMar DeRozan. Sabonis is even game time decision tonight. He's doubtful, as a matter of fact. So the Kings playing their third game in 4 nights, um, fourth and six. They do have the slight rest advantage just because the Hawks played yesterday. But that was, I mean, it is a bounce back spot for the Hawks. That was the game they were expected to win versus Portland. They did not. I'll say like this: if these teams were healthy, I'd feel a lot more comfortable backing the over. But you're missing so much scoring from this Sacramento team. Yes, the Hawks play fast. Yes, they play minimal defense. The Kings, I guess, they haven't been playing defense either. So maybe the Hawks um, can do most of the damage there offensively. Let me look at the Hawks' last few games: 110, 129, 117, 113, 121. Um, Hawks team total, maybe. Nah, I'm unsure kind of what to do with this game. I don't want Sacramento with all the people that they're missing. That's what I'll say. I would take Trey and whoever's with Trey catching the points. But again, you can tell this is not a strong opinion for me. I think we'll just keep it moving. But first, let's take a look at the chat. Maybe it's a strong game for you guys. Giovanni says Hawks team total over. He agrees there. Appreciate you, Marco. Um, Star Child says Hawks game at 209 and a half. He said if it's at 209 and a half, he's hammering the over. Yeah. Oh, I must have. Yeah, that's my bad. My bad. The banner. Two up. What? That's the second day I did that. I put the same total as the game before, so that's my fault. My brain just didn't do it correctly. 237. 237 is the total. 209. Yeah, like Star Child said, I would have dropped the load on that over already. All right, I'm gonna move over to the last game. Warriors and Clippers. Um, Opened up Warriors -2. They're 4.5 point favorite. Total open 222 and a half. It looks like 225. Curry is game time. So is Looney and Waters, and then Milton is out. So could be real short-handed for Golden State tonight. Mo Bamba, game time. No Kawhi, no PJ Tucker for the Clippers. Um, there was something system-wise I wanted to talk about for this game. So let me just try to go pull it up here. First thing I want to. Okay, so yes. I mean, I can see that. I don't have to pull this up. I'll just go like this. So it is advantageous spot as far as rest for the Warriors. They last played on the 15th. So 2+ days rest for them. I think it's 2 days exactly. Meanwhile, you have the Clippers on a back-to-back playing their third and fourth and sixth. So spot-wise, absolutely says the Golden State Warriors. I don't like that injury report. I I really don't. Um, Something else I don't like, the Warriors to start the year were top 10 defensively, but last 5 games, it looks like that defense has been slipping. Um, Spot wise, absolutely Warrior spot. Even have a query at 65.5% query says back the Warriors. But for some reason, I don't know. This game just makes me feel a little bit nervous. I don't like laying points with teams that don't play defense. I know this is not a big margin, but if their defense is lacking like that, they could potentially be without Steph. I would not want my money on the Warriors at that point. It's just kind of how I feel. So maybe this is more of a wait and see for myself. Warriors have been killing it at ATS, first half, full game, whatever the case is. I just maybe you look at this too. First half under, that could actually, well, I just talked about the Warriors defense, but season wide, season long trends do say first half under. At the end of the day, the Warriors defense, I mean, they've held 10 out of 12 opponents in the first half to under. I guess a lean first half under, but likely a game I'm not going to get involved with. Want to bet? The Warriors don't like the injury report. Love the spot. It just feels like a game that's hard to trust. Yeah, Curry's iffy tomorrow. I did think about it when I said it, but I I didn't say on anybody. um, Star Child says Warriors are nothing, but he's off. JT says Clippers perimeter D is scary. KC, that's her team. She thinks Steph is gonna play. Says he got hurt in the last game and we lost, so we're gonna try to even the season series out. Think tomorrow's telling me look this up really quick, so I will do it. I don't know how far you want me to look it up, but I'll type it in. Home dog, unrested home dogs, unrested divisional home dogs. I mean, I guess it depends where you look, but 43.7% ATS, 47.9% the over says. So you have to tell me since when you're looking at there tomorrow. All right. I think that's good for that. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. That football game, I don't really have anything significant to talk about. Um the only thing I'll say is I did have some friends talking about CJ Stroud rush prop, and that was one that I had bet the last game, and I'm sitting there like he has a million opportunities to run, and he's doing his best not to run, like trying his hardest to not take the open lane to go run just because it must have been a point of emphasis. I don't know. The announcers were talking about it, but he was making it a point to not run the ball. So I would hesitate with CJ Stroud carries. Um, and I guess if you look like that, you probably look a little bit more towards his pass attempts over. And maybe I feel like that. But other than that, I would trust the kicker, kicking props for Cowboys, but I don't even think I'm going to be involved in this game. Honestly, I'll cap it some more when I finish with basketball. But usually, I might have something for you guys in football today. I don't feel very strong, so I don't want to waste your time. Now, about that time, we move to best bets. But actually, before we do, we'll go ahead and hit this. So if you guys, I mean, you should have saw what I was using to help cap these games. It's the moneyballer.com, my guy Ronald Cabane's website, and it just pretty much gives you all the trends, stats that you may need to cap games. It lets you know about the situation that the teams are in, all the info you need to cap these games in the professional sports right there for you on the moneyballer.com. And it's color coded as you guys saw. So it makes it easy to point out the good stuff, point out the bad stuff, etc., etc. If you would like to try it out, you can get your first month 50% off. Use the link in the description to the video and use promo code SKEE. So try it out for a month. If you like it, rock with it. If you don't, you can get rid of it, but you can get that first month 50% off. Other than that, I didn't really give any player props today, but I know I talked about Splash Sports. I should have it up here still, but I don't. So that's my fault. Actually, I do. See if we can get this. Gotta get back in the rhythm of doing this. I just there we go. So hopefully this works. Yes. So Splash Sports, um, quick picks. It's an easy way to win. You're going against other people. You can put together slips like the slip I gave out last time when I promoted this. All three props hit. So you could have made some money if you put them together. But anyway, you're betting against other people, so you just got to outperform these other guys. If you win 3 out of 4 and they win 2, I mean, you win, and you can win up to 12 times your money, which is more than you would get um, using other platforms. So that's why peer to peer is good. It's not you playing against any house. You're just playing in a contest with other real people. And if you have some props that you like, you want to put together, check them out. There's a link in the description to this video as well. And if you use that link, you'll get an extra $10 when you deposit 20, I believe it is. So take advantage of that. They also got Survivor for NFL. It's different sports on here, but it's a good platform. You guys know I don't promote anything that I wouldn't like for myself. And the only reason I don't use it more is because it's not allowed in Vegas. So when I'm on the road, you'll see me using it. So make sure you guys check out Splash Sports. The link is in the description to the video. Now, best bets. You guys know, always honest. And what I can say about this one is I didn't bet yet. I'll take my time capping these games out with you guys. What I have on my list, my short list or my long list, whatever you want to call it, Giddy, PRA 21.5. Knicks and Wizards over 233.5. 76ers +5. Pacers, Raptors under 234. Houston, Milwaukee over 224. Bucks -3. Giannis rebounds. I need to look more into that at that 12.5 number. And Suns +4. And just a reminder that these are not all bets. These are on my short list. These are bets that I'm looking to make and lock in after the show. Just look into a little more and lock in. So if I have to say the ones I'm closest to, Giddy PRA, Bucks -3, Suns +4. I think those stand out the most to me. So appreciate all you guys in the chat. A lot of great cappers, a lot of great people. And you guys are the reason why I enjoy and why I do this show every day. So appreciate y'all. I will be on, if you're looking for Rob Vino, I'll do a show with him on Wagertalk in about an hour. If you're looking for the OG crew, myself, Wham Bam, Babano, Dutch, will be on at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll catch you guys on one of those. Peace.